I love blacks.
I want to thank Dan Bongino and Kash Patel for setting the record straight. And Joe DeRosa is calling me right now. I'm on my podcast. Plug your special right now.
It comes out July 21st on my YouTube, which is Joe DeRosa Comedy on YouTube. This is Joe DeRosa. I have a special coming out. It's called I Never Promised You a Rose Garden. July 21st.
July 21st. Joe DeRosa, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tim.
People say I don't have guests, but I do, actually. I do, and I do support the community. The great Joe DeRosa. Very funny. Dan Bongino, Kash Patel come out, and they say Jeffrey Epstein killed himself, and there was nothing funny about that Butler assassination attempt. Nothing fishy about that. I don't know how to feel about this. It seems odd that they would say that. Number one, Jeffrey Epstein should not have been allowed to kill himself. He was on suicide watch. That's the whole thing. You see? He should not have been allowed. Try to get the video. There's a video of Kash Patel, and I think he's with Dan Bongino, and they're going, yeah, it's just, it's a suicide. That's what I'm telling you. You want to believe what you believe. And it's one of those things where you go, well, it seems odd. And they're like, we don't have video of him doing it, but we have a video that there was no one in the cell. Because remember, like the cameras broke and the guards fell asleep and all of that happened. It does seem odd that a guy who is standing trial for human trafficking, who had the most high-profile human trafficking case in history, who had been publicly linked to some of the most powerful people in the world, from presidents to billionaires, seems like a guy you would kill. Again, that's just my... what's the great thing about conspiracies? Usually, this is what people do. They go like this. They go, well, you're just saying what you would do. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a president. I'm diddling minors on an island. There's a guy who's about to talk about it. Yeah, I'd kill him. You're just saying what you would do. That's what conspiracies are. You're projecting what you would do on other people. That's correct. How did these people get to have billions of dollars letting people talk? Remember all the Boeing whistleblowers that just started dying and shooting themselves in motel parking lots and all this? How do you get to run a company like Boeing? By letting everybody just run their mouth, flap their gums? Does anyone believe that the people that were in the position to have Jeffrey Epstein killed wouldn't have? Let's just start there. Let's just start there with the morality. Does anyone believe if you went to any of these presidents, prime ministers, CEOs, billionaires, and said, we could get him, do you think any of them went, well, yeah, but isn't that morally wrong? Let's start there. Does anyone believe that they would go, yeah, but I don't know. I stopped the line at killing. That's my line. Having sex with children who've been enslaved on an island, fine. But I will not be a part of this. Does anyone believe that? Let's just start there. So there's a few things you have to believe. You have to believe that the people were either morally against murder. That's the first thing you would have to believe. The second thing you would have to believe is that, let's say they weren't morally against it, but they couldn't pull it off. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. And again, let's review. The leaders of countries, billionaires, people that run the government couldn't accomplish this. You got to believe one of those two things. They either wouldn't have done it, which I think we can all agree is malarkey. That's ridiculous. I would never kill someone. Can you imagine? I wouldn't kill someone. These people press a button and everyone's dead all the time. This is their job. They kill people constantly, all day, every day. That's what they do. So it would be odd that the one guy they wouldn't want to kill is the one that had information about things that would ruin their life. That would be odd that they had pangs of conscience at that point. Okay, that's point one. Point two, they couldn't do it. For some reason, they couldn't figure out how to do it, except they kind of did. Because the guards went to sleep and there's no camera of him doing it. So he just did it, and then we gotta take it for our word that nobody take their word for it, that nobody has been associated with this. Sorry, we had our own little problem. Our air conditioner was about to, I was about to kill myself in my own studio with my air conditioner. So we have obviously a very odd circumstance here. This is very strange because these are the people that were elected to shine light on this stuff, but that's not going to happen. So if you're an adult, you realize that. If you're an adult, you realize that politics is largely for the rubes, people that get animated by it and people that get excited by it and people who think there's going to be grand revelations coming and things are going to... Now, that's nice. It's a nice thought, but it doesn't seem like that's happening in this instance. We don't know what's going on here. We don't have an idea. Now we're being told that this guy actually killed himself and that. So let's listen to Epstein and Bongino in their own words talk about this, and then we'll go a little deeper into it. We're not going to spend an inordinate amount of time on it, but it seems like bullshit. I think it's bullshit, and I have a pretty good idea of why it is happening, and I'll tell you after this. That's called a teaser.
You said Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide. People don't believe it.
Well, I mean, listen, they have a right to their opinion, but as someone who has worked as a public defender, as a prosecutor, who's been in that prison system, who's been in the Metropolitan Detention Center, who's been in segregated housing, you know a suicide when you see one, and that's what that was.
He killed himself. Again, you want me to... I've seen the whole file. He killed himself.
It's a little bit of a... Now, I think this is happening for two reasons. There's two reasons. Number one, they found out that every billionaire's on that list. So I'm just going to tell you the way it'll work. If every billionaire's on that list and is in those tapes, or at least a lot of them, the lion's share, it ain't coming out. It ain't coming out. If the entire power structure of the world is somehow implicated in this, they're not letting it out. They're not letting it out. Nobody's letting it out. So if that happens to be the case, now that's where I'm leaning towards that. There's too many people. They're too high profile. They have too much money. They're too politically connected. And even these people who, I don't know Cash Patel or Dan Bongino, and by the way, who the hell are they? I'm supposed to believe that they're like white knights trying to rid the world of corruption and evil and all this stuff based on what? Based on who, what, where? I don't, I can just tell you as somebody who's watching this right now, it fully seems like it cannot, whatever they know, cannot be known. That there is an agreement. Now, I don't know if they were threatened. I don't know if it was implicit. I don't know if it would just take down so many different people. I don't know. I cannot speculate. Well, I can. I do, and I will. But I do think it is bullshit. Guys like Jeffrey Epstein don't really kill themselves. They're people that can gamble, and they will gamble, and they think there's a way out. For a guy like Jeffrey Epstein, the first time he got caught, he got a slap on the wrist. And, Maxwell's doing 20. I'm sure there was a way for Epstein to cop to something, do 10 or 15. I don't know. It feels odd that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. Is it impossible? Absolutely not. Is it improbable? Yeah, it's improbable. So my guess, which again is based on absolutely nothing. I know some people I can ask, they won't tell me. I have the connections where I can ask people and now I'm shut down because they know it. I go here and I go, blah, blah, blah. It's no value in my head. I want it for you. I want it for the people. I give it to you. Now, it's what I do. I give it to the people for free, and not for free, really. Please buy a product or something. Support the show, Patreon. Live dates not on sale yet. They will be. But that's why they'll just kind of go, yeah. But here's the deal. There are big people that are embroiled in things, and I know one or two things I cannot say because I truly fear for my own safety. That's what I will say. That's all I'll say on this show. And it does not involve Trump. And I know people are going to get mad. They're going to go, well, you're shilling for Trump again. I'm like, no, I'm criticizing him. That hotel in Dubai that he's doing, I actually don't even like the tower. I think it should be multiple towers with a courtyard. But I'm telling you, there's one thing that I know that I will not say because I believe that there's a very good chance that I would not sleep as well at night if I said it. And I won't say it. And I know you're like, you don't even believe, and you're a grifter, and you're the... Hey, man, whatever. I donated money to a charity today because a kid attacked me online for no reason. He attacked me, started yelling at me for no reason. And a young man, and he was attacking me, and I kept going back and forth with him. I found out something bad happened, and I donated money. And that's what wins the argument. I go, I'm going to donate money. But also, I did feel bad, and you could tell in his voice he's a good person. I can hear in someone's voice if they're a good person or not. In his voice, he was a good person. And I said, it's the right thing to do. You know, what am I going to use the money for? What do I need, more shellfish? But I know one thing that I think some of this is relating to. And I will just say this. They're not letting it out. It ain't coming out. If what I think is true, it's not coming out. And it does not involve Trump. And I will say that it's not coming out. And the thing that I'm talking about is not something that other people, I guess, aren't aware of to a certain degree. But I think that there's members of the administration that will not let this out. I don't know who they are. I might. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Kill someone else. Don't start with me. Kill someone else. Don't start with me. There's people that don't want it out. Probably. Guessing games. Peekaboo. Who's that? Somebody doesn't want it out. I don't know. Maybe everyone maybe he killed himself. Maybe he was used as a human shield by Hamas. Have you ever thought about that? Jeffrey Epstein was used as a human shield by Hamas because that's what they do. They killed him. He was under a hospital with Hamas. There was 3 guys in Hamas using Jeffrey Epstein as a human shield in the pediatric ward of a hospital in Gaza. So Israel had to kill them. So that's one of the civilian casualties is Epstein. So there's that. That's that. And we're moving on. There's nothing more to say. I don't know what to say. I'm telling you this. There are people that are very, very rich, and there's people that are very, very powerful, and that, I don't think that, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, God only knows, you'll get a full accounting. Like you do with most things. You'll get a full accounting of it like you do with most things, where you'll go, oh, yeah, okie dokie, wow, that's what it is. Because you're going to get a more of a full accounting. You're not going to get it now. No one's going to give it to you now. Once everyone's dead, there'll be another documentary 20 years from now, and it'll be about whatever. And you might not even find out anything concrete then, but you'll have more evidence to concoct theories, and you'll just know things, and you'll go, oh, well, that makes sense, or it doesn't make sense, or whatever. But there is clearly an effort somewhere to tie Pam Bondi's hands behind her back and Kash Patel, who looks like he saw a ghost. I mean, Kash Patel fully looks like he's on a ghost tour with that. I've been a prosecutor. Well, you know, people can whatever. And then Dan Bongino, who's a Fox guy. And I don't have problems with these people. I don't know them. I just I'm not vouching for either one of them, and I'm not damning them. I don't think they look at these two. I just don't think they have. Let's watch that video one more time. I don't think they have it within their capacity to do anything. I think things are coming from above them. My guess.
Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide. People don't believe it.
Well, I mean, listen, they have a right to their opinion, but as someone who has worked as a public defender, as a prosecutor, who's been in that prison system, who's been in the Metropolitan Detention Center, who's been in segregated housing.
What does that mean?
You know a suicide when you see one.
By the way, that's a hilarious. That's like saying, like, I've been in, as someone who's been in the prison, as someone who's worked in the criminal justice system, none of that has anything to do with this. That's a hilarious litany of facts to bring in that have absolutely nothing to do. As someone who has watched rugby, who understands the game, as someone who's been to England, as someone who's, ridden the London Eye, that beautiful, whatever it's called, Ferris wheel in the middle of London, as someone who's seen Buckingham Palace, I just want to say that Princess Diana's death. And you're like, what? Forget commenting on the meat of what you're talking about. You're bringing up all these things that have nothing to do with anything. And that kind of feels like lying. And I don't know. And again, I don't want to accuse anyone of lying. It seems like he's lying actually by his facial expressions and what he's saying. Because that's kind of like, I was a junkie as a little guy, as a kid. I was a drug addict. I did drugs a lot. And when your parents would ask you a question about something, and the honest answer was, oh, yeah, I was getting high. That was the honest answer. But you would list things. This is one of the ways you lie. You just start listing things. You go, well, we were at the park, and then John forgot his phone, and then we went to John's house to get his phone, and then we got his phone, but it was dead, so we had to go to the pay phone, and then it's you're listing things because the answer, he's not talking about a video. He saw some video. To talk about the video, he's like, as someone who's served, I've worked in the criminal justice, I've been in that jail, I've been in that, and so basically what he's saying is, I have the credibility to lie to you. If you're going to get lied to from anybody, it's going to be me. Let me lie. I love Chubbies. It is a clothing company. And I've gotten the polo and the stretch shorts and everything's great. Father's Day isn't about socks. It's not about ties. It's about power moves. It's about you and your mini walking into summer perfectly matched outfits. Say, yes, we are a unit and we both look incredible. The Dad and Lad collection from Chubbies isn't just cute. It's performance family wear. These bad boys are engineered to increase grilling skills by 27%, boost dad jokes by 42%, cause spontaneous chest bumps in public parks, and yes, the swim trunks are lined. We're talking soft, supportive, thigh-hugging comfort. The kind that makes dad whisper, why didn't we do this sooner? So go ahead, twin with your kid. Be the moment. Be the dad who shows up dripped out for the father-son glory. Use the code TIM at chubbyshorts.com for 20% off. Chubby's built for bonding, approved by dads. Experience unmatched comfort and style with Chubby's iconic original stretch shorts. We have them. We love them. Everybody's got them. Everybody loves them. Whether you're getting dressed for your work day, a workout, or a weekend getaway, Chubby's has you covered. For limited time, Chubby's is giving our viewers 20% off your order with our code TIM at chubbyshorts.com. That's code TIM at chubbyshorts.com. Support our show and tell them we sent you. Don't blend in with the crowd. Stand out with Chubby's. Now, go to the Jeffrey Epstein cameras, by the way. Get that up. Google that, because Jeffrey Epstein, I think the cameras were, like, for whatever reason, not working. the cameras, like, listen to this. While the cameras provided live video feeds, recordings were only made for about half of them. Prison staff discovered the issue on August 8th, 2019, but it wasn't fixed until after Epstein's death. The Department of Justice Office of the Inspector General reported long-standing deficiencies in the MCC's security camera system. Nearly all the cameras in and around the special housing unit where Epstein was housed failed to record video from late 2019 up until his death. The one camera that was recording captured the common area and portions of the stairways leading to Epstein's cell tier, but Epstein's cell door was not within its field of view. 5 hours of footage taken by a camera outside Epstein's cell during his first suicide attempt in July 2019 were not preserved, according to federal prosecutors. So I guess they're seeing some camera that we aren't aware of and we don't know exist, and they're going to put, because here's the other thing, BBC, jail CCTV erased by technical errors. So again, the camera system wasn't working, and now there's a video that supposedly shows that he was alone when he died. So we all remember that. We remember that, like, the cameras weren't working, and now they're like, no, actually, we found the video. We found a video, and it doesn't show him killing himself, but I guess it just shows that there was no one else there or something. I don't know. It is strange that some people are going to just go, well, you want to play that CBS clip? Let's play that, because again,
This is from 2020.
this is from 2020, and this is, yeah. But by the way, let's give it context, because this is good to realize all the things that happen, and let's see how it happened. Let's go.
Missing video is raising still more questions in the investigation of the federal jail cell death of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Federal prosecutors said yesterday video of Epstein's jail cell when he made his first suicide attempt no longer exists. That's
Right.
a quote. Epstein died by suicide weeks later on August 10th. The well-connected 66-year-old was accused of sexually abusing dozens of underage girls. Mola Lenghi reports on the growing criticism of the jail where Epstein was held.
A recent 60 Minutes broadcast shows the New York jail cell where Jeffrey Epstein hanged himself last August. But now there's new focus on the suicide attempt Epstein made weeks before he died. Video of the cell exterior where Epstein first tried to end his life was sent to federal investigators and restored last week. But on Thursday, prosecutors said it's the wrong video. In a letter, federal prosecutors said the jail inadvertently preserved video from the wrong tier at the jail. And as a result, video from outside the defendant's cell no longer exists. CBS News legal analyst Ricky Kleeman.
When I read this letter,
She killed him.
I had to reread it because I said, this just can't be happening. This is madness.
Nicholas Tartaglione was Epstein's cellmate at the Metropolitan Correctional Center for the weeks between Epstein's July arrest and his first suicide attempt. Bruce Barquette is Tartaglione's attorney.
It is the worst facility, jail or prison, that I've been to in 35 years of practicing law.
The missing jail cell video could reignite speculation of a cover-up as the
All right.
detention facility.
So I guess to give Kash Patel and Dan Bongino the benefit of all the doubts, which I don't, they've seen some video that now it is a suicide. What is going on with these group texts? I'm telling you, and I've told you before, I'll tell you again. Get out of these group texts. They are fucking you up. They're fun when you're 23. As you get older, you have to extricate yourself from the group text, by the way. You have to severely limit or rather people's access to you as you get older. It's not a free-for-all anymore. It can't be. For your own sake, for your own safety, for the sake of your own mental health, you cannot just have unlimited access to you. You have to, it can't be, your phone cannot be going off every minute of every second. It will not work. You must limit the exposure. There's always someone in a group text who's way too into it. There's always someone in it who's not into it at all. There's always someone side texting you. There's always someone weirdly offended in a group text about something. And you're like, no, the whole point of a group text is to talk all kinds of shit that would get us thrown in jail if it were to ever leak. That's the point of a group text, but it's not fun. It's evidence. It's mountains and mountains of evidence on somebody's phone. Someone's always showing the group text to other people that are not in the text. I mean, there's legendary group texts. I've been a part of some of them, but at the end of the day, you got to get yourself out of them. You have to get yourself out before something like this happens. It's bound to happen. Now, I don't even know what this was. I don't even know if I believe what this is. That the National Security Advisor, this guy Mike Waltz, added Jeffrey Goldberg of The Atlantic to a group text where Vance, Gabbard, Hegseth, and others on Signal were talking about military plans. Number one, why am I not in it? Why am I not in it? I'm friends with two out of those people. I'm friends with Vance and Gabbard. Why am I not in the text? I could be hilarious in it. All the time I'd be funny, and I wouldn't add anyone into it. Apparently, this journalist, Jeffrey Goldberg at The Atlantic, who's a massive, critic of the administration, is in this group text on Signal, and they're all texting the plans for the, what are we even? The Houthis. We're bombing the Houthis, and I'm bullish on that. I like that because the thing about the Houthis is no one really cares. We're not committed. We're not going to be. The thing about, we need to bomb someone. We need it. We need it now. We've needed it. We need it. We'll need it in the future, always and forever. We need to be bombing someone. We just need to. There's nothing to do if we're not. There's nothing to do if we're not. The Pentagon's got a budget of like $1 quadrillion. What do you do when you sit down to work on Monday morning? If you are not launching an attack at someone, there's genuinely nothing to do. There's nothing to do if you're not at war with someone somewhere. You gotta be. And the Houthis are a decent target because they move around a lot. They're on the sea. They're disrupting trade. They're doing things. They're like lovable little scamps. I mean, they're not lovable per se. But one of them, that hot one was. Remember the hot one? They compared to Chalamet, that guy. And they're doing a lot of stuff on social media, the Houthis. I think that's what they're mostly doing. I think they're just posting, really. I think they're more social media stuff than anything else. That's what they're really doing. They're out there like tagging shit. It's like old school graffiti, fuck you, down with Israel, stuff like that. I don't know what they're actually doing. Yeah, there's the hot one. There's the Chalamet one, But that's where we're focusing our attention, is like blowing the shit out of them. Because they are fucking some stuff up on the sea for like the Chinese and for us. And they're backed by Lebanon, I think. They're a militia, but not officially. Hezbollah is the real Lebanese militia. And the Houthis they're backed by Iran. And they're part of the Axis of Resistance. Good. God is great. God is the greatest. Death to America, death to Israel. Curse be upon the Jews. Victory to Islam is the main political slogan of the Houthi movement. So they're out there and they're, some would say that's extreme. Some would say that view is extreme. And we're bombing them because they got to get bombed. You can't pop shit like that and not get bombed. You have to get bombed. That's our job. as much of a pass. I don't want to be in a war, but I want people to get bombed. That's the fact. And if you don't like it, then fuck you. I want people to get bombed because without that, they will piss in our face. We have not made a good movie in fucking forever. We have nothing going on. We have to bomb people to just get attention now. There's nothing left. There's nothing left here in this country. So that's it. And if people pop shit, they have to get bombed. But we shouldn't commit troops. We shouldn't, no regime change. Stop building malls there. None of that works. Just bomb them from the skies. Rain hell on them. Whatever. It's fine. If they're good, they want it. They want it. That's the whole point of it all. They do that. We do that. It's a whole thing. It needs to happen. No one's suggesting that it's not happening. Everyone in this government's doing it. We'll do it. Bernie, AOC, you listening, if you were in it, everyone would do it. There's nothing else to do. What would you do? You'd get into the government. You'd go, you go to the government, you order lunch. They go, all right, that'll be here in about 45. You go, cool. You wash your hands a few times. Then you're going to start drone striking people. There's nothing else to do. There is not one other thing to do at all, except steal a little money from old people. They're running out of that. So you have to bomb people. And you got to talk about it with the other people in the government. Because that's literally your job. There's nothing else to do. Where's Frank? I don't know. We're bombing them at noon. And you go into the text and you go, we're triangulating on their position. We're going to bomb them. And then you eat a salad. You're eating a salad while you're doing this. You're texting the group chat about the bombings. Because there's no other way. Don't even imagine. Don't even entertain there being another way. There's no other way. So you're bombing them, and you're sitting at your desk, and you just ordered, and literally you look at your secretary, and go, what is that salad I like? It's Mediterranean. It's from it's Mediterranean. That salad I like, but I don't want. They put too much onion. I don't want that. And then she orders it for you. And then in the group text, you say, we're going to bomb them at 2 a.m. our time. And, so here's what it says, right? This is what the text says. VP, building collapse, had multiple positive ID. Pete Carilla, the IC, amazing job. JD Vance goes, what? I feel like he doesn't know what's going on. Michael Walls, typing too fast. The first target, their top missile guy. We had positive ID of him walking into his girlfriend's building, and now it's collapsed. JD Vance, excellent. CIA director, a good start. Some other guy, Michael Waltz, fist, flag, fire. Good job, Pete and your team. Michael Waltz, the team in MAL did a great job as well. SM, great work all, powerful start. Pete Hegseth, might be drunk. CENTCOM is on point. Great job, all. More strikes ongoing for hours tonight, and we'll provide full initial report tomorrow. But on time, on target, and good readout so far. Susie Wiles, Trump's chief of staff. Kudos to all, most particularly those in theater and CENTCOM. Really great, God bless. Steve Witkoff, that real estate developer who's trying to organize the Middle East peace deal. Prayer hands, muscle, 2 flags. TG, great work and effects. It's a group chat. That's all it is. It's just it's people at work. It's their job. That's all it is here. It's not, I'm telling you, the problem with everything now is that people are convinced that everything is really interesting and it has layers of meaning and everything. And I'm a conspiracy guy, and I don't even think it's that interesting anymore. I think there's things that are interesting, like there's evil people doing horrible things, largely for money and control and power, and to satisfy their Machiavellian urges and sexual desires and whatever. But this is just a group chat of people at work, and this is what the American government does, which is just bomb people constantly, all day, every day. And what are we not going to bomb them? They're fucking with us. They're doing shit. So we're going to bomb them. Trump's right about that. Trump knows. Throw the bombs. Because otherwise, no one's doing anything. There's nothing to do. The government is not even real unless we're bombing something. It's not even a real thing. Like, yes, do I agree with all the Elon firings? No, I think some of them are sloppy. But here's the reality. A lot of it's just not even real. Like, these people don't have jobs and they don't even exist. They're not even real, and they're being paid for by tax dollars to create these things that aren't real, that don't exist. So in order for our government to exist, we have to start bombing people. And then people are going to talk about it. It's just like if you worked at Chipotle. Is it the L-E at the end? Because some people pronounce it the other way. I agree. It's Chipotle. You're texting about, that she's a cunt, that dirty bitch. People are going to get sick when she touches their food and stuff. Because that's that business. They hire some skank who's touching the food, and you and your friends are in a group text talking about what a dirty hoe she is, that she's touching the rice. That's this. That's all. That's what this is. That there isn't more to this. And then people are going like, oh, well, people could have found out. Well, so what? So what? Would anyone be shocked if they found out that we were bombing people? I don't understand. I mean, yeah, I guess it's bad because then we're going to bomb them. And you're saying, oh, yeah, but our enemies could have found this out and tipped them off that they were getting bombed. Yeah, maybe. So we bomb them again. We would just bomb them again. This should be public. This should not even be in a text. That group text should just be on Fox News as the one that goes, whatever it is on the bottom of the channel. It should just be that. Strike drones on target. Can you imagine all the boomers going nuts, getting excited, just sitting in their living rooms, eating lemon cake that their daughter brought them from Starbucks, and they're just going, the bombs are dropping. They're dropping a bomb. They're just all people. People just want to get involved. People just want to be involved. I'm not outraged by this. What are we outraged about? Did everyone just realize we've dropped bombs on everyone? Or did people text about it? It's their fucking job. That's all it is. There's nothing. Like, imagine a job review. He goes, what are you guys doing? They go, oh, you're not bombing anyone? No. What are you doing? What are you doing? Well, we got together and reviewed the intelligence and, well, we found out that, yeah, and we're going to bomb them. Right. That's all there is. There's nothing else to do. That's the whole reason the government exists. That's it. It's to give people Social Security so I guess they don't have to eat cat food or whatever, and to bomb people. I just like these Houthis. I think this is good to bomb because we can't go to war with Iran. It's just sticky and messy. And they have allies like China and Russia. But no one cares about the Houthis. The Houthis are an expendable group of people who are just out there, and Iran doesn't really care about them. They just go, yeah, fuck shit up. And then you'll get bombed by America. And Iran's like, they're not going to bomb us. They bomb you. And the Houthis, this is all part of the show and part of the fun. You need groups like this, Al-Qaeda, the ISIS. You need them. You need these groups of radical psychopaths who do stuff, and then we bomb them. It's the only thing truly that we really understand. Everything else is kind of this weird black box of like, what are we doing? This is cut and dry. They pop shit on social media. They're all on social media popping shit. They're talking mad shit. And we're just bombing them. What are they doing? The Suez Canal? They're fucking around there in the Suez Canal? Yeah, because as much as we talk about it, we can't go fuck up Greenland. All those people are white. So we're not going to go kill a bunch of white people in Greenland. What are we going to go into Denmark and start throwing clogs around? It's not going to happen. We got to bomb these people, the Houthis, because they're somewhere in the sea. How great is that? They're just in the sea, starting shit. I love Helix. Everyone in my life goes, what are these beds? Why are they so comfortable? And I go, because they're Helix. It's the best. Go to helixsleep.com/TimD. I mean, listen, here's the deal. People with the Apple Watches, they go, oh my God, I'm sleeping better. All of these things. People are like, my back pain has gone away. The night sweats, all of that. I'm telling you right now, everyone that comes to my home, the Midnight Deluxe is my favorite one, but there's a lot of them. There's a bunch of different ones. I like firmer mattress, but you might not. You might go softer. You know, you got to take their quiz. It's so quick. It's so quick. You take a quiz, and then they go, this is the right mattress for you. I mean, God, I'm telling you, there is no product that people ask me about more than the Helix mattress. Literally none. I love it so much. You can just go to helixsleep.com/TimD. Flash sale, Sleep Awareness Month. Flash sale, 25% off, site-wide, March 28th through the 31st. Don't be stupid. These are the best. Who wants to go mattress shopping? What are you, a pervert? You and your girl are going to go lay down in a mattress store? What's wrong with you? You're sick. You're sick. Imagine that if, like, your partner goes, your woman, your man goes, let's go to the mattress store and we can lay on a bed in front of people. They're sick. Take the quiz online. You get them delivered to the house. Cut the nonsense. helixsleep.com/TimD. helixsleep.com/TimD. Speaking of bombs, this Snow White, get this Zegler video up. These movies, you got to stop making these big budget movies, by the way. You have to stop doing it. You have to stop with these big budget movies. A Hollywood Reporter just came out and said, Gen Z is no longer watching this type of entertainment. They're all watching social media creators, YouTube, whatever. Now, by the way, the Hollywood Reporter came out with that last week. They should have written that article in 2012, but they're behind. That should have came out like 2014. It came out last week. They're like, do you know that Gen Z is, they don't value this stuff. They like the internet. It's like, guys, how behind are you? But they're all invested in believing that big bloated corpse of an industry is going to continue. They have a mutual investment in it. Part of the problem is that they come up with these movies like Snow White. They ruin the movie. And then you have this bitch. I mean, these are when actors and actresses talk, you realize that they're the biggest losers in the world. Now, the reason that we can tolerate that is because we don't know that. They read words written by other people, and all of their appearances are carefully managed and choreographed. But when they go off book and they start telling us who they are, we realize they suck and we hate them. And that's what's really destroying Hollywood. Sure, there's a million reasons, but the biggest thing, these people, when just given the chance, completely fuck everything by talk, just to even it out. Because that guy, Mo Khan, he went out and he did he had one of those signs that like they hold up at the bar. It's like, usually it's like happy birthday or go Lakers. And this time I believe it was fuck the Jews. And Dave Portnoy was upset about that. So now him and he said he was gonna pay for the kid to go to Auschwitz. He was gonna send him to Auschwitz, which is kind of nice. It's kind of a nice thing to pay for a trip there. But then he reneged on that, and now him and the kid are like in a legal battle. And then the kid started like a GoFundMe, and he's got like 15,000 in the GoFundMe. Which I don't know what's going on, but the kid, like, obviously it's stupid to do that. The internet's not real life. You can't do that. But he's raised 15 G's. I don't know what's going on. I'm telling you, if you think supposedly the kid's like, hey, I'm in a fight with the Jews, and he raised 15 G's. I'm telling you this right now. If you only got 15 G's, that's not going far. They're going to win. I'm telling you right now, they're going to win. One of the fundraising pages, Justice for Muhammad Adnan Khan, was organized by Temple graduate and free speech advocate Alex Morris, hopes to raise $75,000. Okay. Well, whatever. Don't make a sign that says that. That's not nice. Dave Portnoy's going a little hard, too. Here's the thing with the isms. Semitism, anti-Semitism, all the other ones as well, right? The other ones are phobias, homophobia, transphobia. What are the other isms? There's anti-Semitism, misogyny, that's an E, phobia, transphobia, homophobia, racism, anti-Semitism, racism, nativism, jingoism, whatever. Here's the thing. The more you talk about the discrimination, the more you get it. It's like one of these laws that no one realizes. The more you talk about the thing, you just get more of the thing. If you just talk about something all the time and it's just, you're going to manifest it. You're going to end up seeing more of it everywhere. You're going to react. People are going to troll you with it because people like that. You're showing them how you're going to react. The only way to defeat a lot of that is to ignore it, which is like the hardest thing in the world, to ignore it. I'm not saying like you ignore the kid with the sign. Like, obviously, you're like, hey, fuck you, man. But like, I don't know if going on like a massive campaign because this dumb kid made a sign is gonna like make anti-Semitism go away. That's the thing. Like if I wanted homophobia to go away, if like somebody called me a faggot and I spent 3 weeks talking about it, can you believe he called me a faggot? Well, I'm going to pay for a trip for you to go to Africa and see AIDS because there's AIDS there. It's not gay. I mean, there's just AIDS. And that's where I would send a person. Send them to Africa to see AIDS. Go see what AIDS does. After a while, people would just kind of get upset. They'd be like, all right. I think that's the way to deal with bigotry, is to ignore it and pretend it's not real. And then it kind of goes away because it loses its power. If you endlessly talk about it, if you bring it up all the time, and if you keep, like talking as victim and all this stuff, it's like people turn it off. They shut it off. They change the channel. It's enough already. I get it. Also, it's like, I like Dave Portnoy, but it's like you don't have to defend the whole of the Jewish people. They can handle themselves. Like, he's like the guardian of, like, I'm doing this it's like, all right. That's the way I feel about it. That's my opinion. It's those words, all right, in exactly that way. All right. Like, how long does this go on is my question. It's already been multiple days of this. How long does this go on? How long must this continue? I'm asking. How long must this continue? How many press conferences do we need for this? The kid's an idiot. He got suspended by Temple University, which I don't know anything about that school, but it's not great. It's not a good school. It's not like he's going to a good school. He's going to have it's whatever. It's Temple. It's fine. Who cares? The president of the university issued a statement condemning anti-Semitism and suspending one of the students. Okay, yeah. I get it. Did anyone think the president of Temple University was for that? Like, did anyone think, like, the president of Temple University, like, this is what I mean about everyone has to disavow everybody. And, like, if I was the president of Temple University, they're like, one of your kids did this. I go, I don't even know the people here. I don't even know the people here. Who are these kids? I don't even know. I'm just here. I'm doing the administrative shit. I don't know these people. How many kids go to Temple? A few thousand? Look it up. What is he? I get the political reason you have to come out and say it. All these people, because there is real anti-Semitism at some of these schools, you know, like Columbia and stuff. Everybody's, what? Temple has an enrollment of 30,000 students. Like, if I was the president of Temple University and they're like, hey, you know Dave Portnoy's got a bar, I'd go, what? Yeah, okay. Yeah? Yeah, well, some student went in there with a sign that said, fuck the Jews. Who? Mohammed Khan. I don't know. I'd go, they're all named Mohammed. And I'd hang the phone up. That's what I do. I'd hang the phone up. I go, I'm not. Well, don't you want to make a statement? About what? I don't even know this kid. I don't know this kid. I'm not hanging out with this kid. I'm an adult. He went to a bar and put up a dumb sign. Portnoy's offered to send the perpetrators on an educational trip to Auschwitz is a more lavishly funded version of a common educational response to incidents of Jewish hatred. Isn't that weird to go on a trip when you've done something like that? Because it's still a trip. He's still going to enjoy the trip. That's still a trip. Yes, the Auschwitz of it will be sad, but the rest of it is a trip. Portnoy's just sending this guy on a trip. Can you imagine that? He's on a plane? He's on the phone with somebody? He's going, yeah, I'm on the way to that. Dave Portnoy is sending me to Auschwitz. Can you imagine that sentence? That guy's he would say that to someone? He'd be on the plane. He's like, listen, I got to go. We're about to take off. Yeah, Dave Portnoy sending me to Auschwitz. Yeah, the guy from Barstool Sports. I'm going to Auschwitz, Poland. Yeah, he's sending me there. After admitting responsibility and accepting Portnoy's offer to go to Auschwitz, by the way, I didn't even write a sign, I'll go to Auschwitz on Dave Portnoy's dime because it's an interesting historical trip. And I didn't do anything. If Dave Portnoy wants to send me to any tragedy, I'll go. What do I have to do to get tickets for Dave Portnoy to send me to a tragedy? Send me to go. After admitting responsibility and accepting Portnoy's offer to go to Auschwitz, according to Portnoy, Khan did a total 180. In a separate video posted to social media, Khan said he had nothing to do with the sign or spreading hatred, but was acting as a citizen journalist. That's a bit of a stretch, Mo. And was documenting anti-Jewish animus based on Israel's actions. That's an odd way to do it. Wait, what? Khan said he had nothing to do with the sign or spreading hatred, but was acting as a citizen journalist. Wait, what? In the video, Khan offered his own explanation of the event and its larger stakes, invoking radicalized violence by likening Portnoy's campaign against him to a lynching. Khan said he only admitted responsibility for the sign to Portnoy under duress, he said, due to an asymmetrical power dynamic. Okay, this is so gay. Just admit it. You did it. And go to Auschwitz. Just go to Auschwitz. You'll have fun, not at Auschwitz. But the trip is you're going to, where it's Poland, right? Yeah. You can visit other cities in Poland. I would ask Dave Portnoy that if I was this guy. I'd go, I will go to Auschwitz. Can I also visit some other cities in Poland while I'm there? Polish food's interesting. Pierogies, kielbasa, things like that. It's a nice trip. Yes, Auschwitz will put a damper on the trip, but you get some good food. You think he's going to fly in their economy, probably. I imagine he's not going to fly in first class. Here's a dirty little secret. The insurance industry may want to keep under wraps. Insurance companies profit by holding onto your money for as long as possible. So after an accident, they might do whatever they can to delay or deny your claim. This way they can keep the profits growing. Morgan & Morgan fights hard against these corporations, a fight to make sure you get every dollar you deserve. When in court, the insurance companies want jurors to think the at-fault driver is the one paying the verdict amount. Meanwhile, it's really the insurance company covering the cost. When Morgan & Morgan takes on a case here, almost always going after the big insurance companies and not the individuals at fault. Morgan & Morgan fights hard for their clients, and these corporations know that. A recent client in Pennsylvania just received $29 million. Insurer's best offer was $500,000. Another client from Florida received $20 million. The last offer was $0. Hiring the wrong firm can be disastrous. Hiring the right firm could substantially increase your settlement. With Morgan & Morgan, it's easy to get started, and their fee is free unless they win. Visit forthepeople.com/TIM or dial #law #529. That's forthepeople.com/Tim or dial #law #529. This is a paid advertisement. Show this guy that crashed into Jennifer Aniston's house. Everybody's saying it looks like me. Because it was me. And the reason I was crashing into her house was to kill her. I was going to kill her. That's all. I was going to kill her. I wanted to go to Auschwitz with her. I wanted to pay for Jennifer Aniston to go to Auschwitz with me. So, no one would give her that message, so I had to do it. Let's watch this. By the way, let's just go through some of my predictions. Number one, celebrities, Kanye, Bieber, whoever, there's going to be more public kind of melting down. Kanye has a new song. We can't play it. The beat is fire, but the words are indelicate. Now, we're going to see a lot more of these celebrities because celebrities now, again, remember, Hollywood's gone. It's been gone. A lot of it. There's some of it left. Every show that Hollywood makes now, from like that show Hacks to the show The Studio, every show that they're making is just to prove that it exists. Hollywood exists. That's all. The premise of Hacks is that like this 70-year-old woman gets she's the first female late night host and The Studios. But it's like the premise of all these shows, they're just making shows now to prove to you that it's still there. It exists in whatever capacity. But a lot of celebrities have been publicly losing their minds, and you watch it now because they can just pick up a phone. Celebrities, there's no more, no more layers between a celebrity and the public.